Now, I want to talk about the position that I actually took on Tesla, and then we're going to talk about Mara and Bitcoin, because I know a lot of you guys really come here for the Tesla content, but it's important to have an understanding of what's going on, why Bitcoin has been running so much, and how you can make money off of potentially some other companies. And I want to share why we've been calling out Mara for the past week or so. But let's first take a look here at my Twitter account. So I don't really call a ton of day trades out at this time. And the main reason is because I feel that no amount of money is worth your guys' stress. You guys shouldn't be sitting there hoping to make, a couple extra $100 while you're at your day job, but you're stressing and you're really eventually not going to end up trading well. You're going to eventually not do your job well, and everything's going to fall to shit. So why did I take this position on Tesla today? If we look here, and we're going to go through and replay this, we have a bearish shark pattern, which was setting up, and this ends up being right with the way that I code this 78% of the time. So we know 78% of the time, we're going to reject. The trend is going to reverse, and we're going to see a pull down to T1, which in this case was $214. And so we know that if we do this over the past month, we would make a 13% return, which is not too shabby. But in this instance, as that cipher pattern happened, we didn't get in as soon as they occurred at 217. We actually allowed it to continue to run, and now we're catching it right trading around this level of 221.03. So now our risk versus reward is so high because our potential loss is just the move up to 223, while our potential gain is the move back down to 214. These are the types of trades you want to take, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I shared it, not because I was going to be a banger, but I know statistically, 5-to-1 risk versus reward with a 78% chance of profit, whether we make money or not, because that's not the case. We don't care if we make money, we care how we trade. And if we trade to an edge to perfection that we have created, whatever the outcome is, it doesn't matter. Like, the only thing that we care is, are we sticking to the things we say that we're going to do? It's the only thing we can control. So you can see here, right after we said that these puts are playing out perfectly, we rejected right up at that 222 level. You can see now I have the harmonic pattern turned off, and you can see that we have the fair value gaps. And not only on a daily, I day trade with it every single day. Same with the Elliott waves, which we talk about a lot. You can see here on the screen, 5-point Elliott wave, change of character, like the same thing that we look for: change of character, Elliott wave, harmonics with the smart money concepts. Very, very simple. Okay. And if it's not simple to you, go into our Discord community, which is free. Go to the courses and seminars section and take our technical analysis course, which will cost you nothing. And it's everything I've learned about technical analysis, and we're adding an installment on about 5 or 6 other indicators that you guys really, really want me to add, because I've been using them very recently. So we see the rejection, we see the pull down, we're trending under, we get this big bearish order block coming in, sitting about $221, and then about 219, another one coming through. And look, every time, change of character, break of structure. So we're moving down in this drop, consolidation, break of structure, consolidation, break of structure, consolidation, which is what you want to see if you're trading with the trend. So we allowed that to play out, and I will say that my goal and my target was down at 214, but I had a pretty solid position. I was up about 26%, about $1,300, and I was keeping an eye on what was happening in the moment to see if we were going to potentially push back up over our resistance level, which is where I had my stop loss set. And so I ended up closing it out. And then you can see from here, 217.54, we can actually come in and look at the 30-second chart over here. You can see this is Tuesday. This is what we were talking about here. 222 rejection, came all the way down, bounced, and then look, I closed right here at 218. So if I would have held, guys, I would have probably made another $2,800, because we would have eventually sold off to lows at 214.12, which is my goal. That was my target. And then from there, bullish order block came in and bounced. So I closed too early. The main reason I closed too early is I had a pretty big position. I had a pretty big profit. And a lot of times, guys, when I'm day trading, I want to be done with it. Like, I just want to be done with it. I opened this trade today at 10:05 a.m. By 11 o'clock, an hour later, I'm up $1,300. And I think to myself, do I want to hold, potentially make another $1,300? Or do I want to just close it out and be happy and be grateful and not have to worry about it, not have to think like, oh, should I do this, should that? And just not also too have to worry, like, if anyone followed me on Twitter, what if they, like, so I always have to think, like, I'm not just trading my money, I'm trading everyone else's money too, because if people are following me, like I have a duty to uphold to, even though like this is not financial advice, it's just me sharing my thoughts, sharing my trades, sharing my ideas. I still have a duty to respect a position. And so in that instance, being up 26%, I'm going to respect this position and close it out. So with that, very, very solid day, very solid trade there. Looking at Bitcoin yesterday, I went over this on our other channel, Traders Helping Traders Community. Same stuff, guys, same shit, right? So the actual news that pushed Bitcoin up was the potential, and this is the big thing, guys, the potential of there being an ETF, which would be huge. But from all the research I've done, which is like 20 minutes, I'm not going to lie, because I don't trade crypto and I don't hold any long term, it seems like it's not actually set in stone. It's just being hinted at. And we have seen Bitcoin just sit sideways for a very long time. And I will say, take my Bitcoin, analysis with a grain of salt, not because technical analysis doesn't work. It obviously does. I'm going to show you this, but mainly because I don't trade and I don't plan to trade, and I don't even say that I am an expert in this the way that I am an expert when it comes to trading the US stock market and when it comes to trading specifically options derivatives in the US stock market. So looking at this, we have the classic Elliott wave, and this occurs as we talked about yesterday, right? Where we have our first impulse, which occurs right here as a drastic sell-off. The bounce up to our resistance level, followed by a third sell-off, a bounce to the fourth level. And the reason that this is an Elliott wave is because the fourth does not come back up to the one. If instead we came all the way back up and crossed or touched 29,000, this is no longer an Elliott wave. And for those of you who don't know what an Elliott wave is, without going into too much depth, basically the market will normally move in impulses and waves. This is a classic wave. By the time it hits the fifth wave, which is going to be the third low, which we see here, the third lower low, or if we're looking at it in the opposite way, the third higher high, that is usually the reversal time. From here, we bounce, and look at what we bounce at, like we talked about earlier, our change of character and also our big bullish block. So the bulls step in, push up to this level, we start to use this resistance, and look what happens. Another bullish block comes in, change of character is broken, and then boom, we get this massive run, and now we're up at about 35,239. Something for you to notice here too, the opposite of what we're seeing with Tesla is that we actually have a massive fair value gap here. So there is a chance that we could reject, pull back to test 31,585, and then potentially move our way up north to potentially 40,000 or so. Now, I've been calling Mara, which is M-A-R-A, out on the channel and on our Discord community and on the Twitter for a very, very long time now. The past couple of weeks, we've been looking at it for the same situation that we see on Bitcoin. We have the 5 Elliott wave impulse. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, using $9 as a resistance level, pushing over, holding, and then a massive run, which we were talking about. If we can hold over 9 this week, we could see them move up to 1250. As of now, there is no order block resistance from here to 1250. So as long as we hold $9 this week, I do believe in the next couple of weeks, we should see Mara back up at 1250. And if Bitcoin can hold this level respectively going into the rest of the week, I think we could see Bitcoin move up to 45,000 probably within the next month or so. At this moment, I do not have a position on Bitcoin. I do have a position on Mara, which I shared over on my Twitter. Guys, I hope this video helped. If you're still here, as I said before, you're someone who takes this seriously, go check out our Discord community. It's completely free. And if you do want to get access to all of my trades, all of my private live stream, all of my coaching, all of my trading bots that I have scripted myself by hand, that I've put my name on. They're not some shit bots that I'm just buying from somebody else. Like they are literally my strategies because I'm putting my name on them. I deserve to make sure that it is everything that I want it to be. So go ahead and check it out, guys. I promise you it's worth it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.